that Hansel is so hot right now. Hi, my name's young Rylee. Welcome to Why I Like It, a show where I talk about movies and stuff I like. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite Ben Stiller movie, Zoolander. Now, Zoolander is one of those movies that I've seen probably 100 times, maybe. You know, I can't count it. I mean, I've seen it a lot. It's also one of those movies that I've ended up quoting a lot, as it's got a lot of funny lines in it. Ben Stiller's character himself has a lot of lines that are just outrageous and hilarious. Of course, he plays a dumb model in the movie and ends up being brainwashed by Mugatu, who's played by Will Ferrell, to kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Owen Wilson is also in this movie, and he plays the rival model to Ben Stiller. They end up having to work together, and they back and forth between the two characters is really hilarious. I have to admit that my favorite character in Zoolander is Mugatu, played by Will Ferrell. He's just got the funniest lines. Although he doesn't have a whole lot, I think the way that he delivers his lines is just awesome. The little extra things that Will Ferrell added to the scenes that he is in just makes the movie that much more enjoyable. Sometimes you can say that this is kind of stupid humor, but that's the idea. Ben Stiller's playing a stupid model, and so it's supposed to be kind of dumb humor, but I think that in the realm of the entire movie, it really plays well. It's also kind of neat that Jerry Stiller, who is Ben Stiller's father, is in the movie as well. You might know him best from Seinfeld. He played George Costanza's dad. He does a really good job in his role in Zoolander. I think even though they're making fun of models in the movie, it really plays to a different kind of story that you don't really get to see. There's not been very many movies about models, if any, and I certainly don't remember any. But this one, even though it's satirical and not supposed to be, you know, it's not real, it really works and kind of gives you a look into the modeling world. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is at the very end, when they're at the trash modeling runway thing, and Mugatu gets up on stage and starts freaking out at Derek Zoolander. I just love the part where he's talking about how he invented the piano key necktie and Derek Zoolander doesn't really do anything because it's true. And then when he freaks out, one look, and then gets him. It's really good. That whole sequence at the end of the movie is just really good. Zoolander has a lot of great writing and great timing. It's also got some classic like dance techno songs in it, which is cool. And it all just fits well together. Ben Stiller does a phenomenal job playing the character Derek Zoolander. Owen Wilson is great as Hansel. And all the characters are really well written. And it just flows perfectly as a comedy. I mean, it is a comedy, and so it excels at that. I also really like the job that Christine Taylor did in Zoolander, playing Matilda as the reporter trying to do a story on Zoolander and ends up falling in love with him. It just worked really well. Another person that's in this movie that did a really good job is David Duchovny. He plays the hand model, so he's not stupid, and I thought that was a really great twist on how the modeling world works, how if you're a fashion model, you end up being stupid, but he only was a model in his hands, so he wasn't actually dumb. And I just thought that was really funny. I also liked the protective glass case that he kept around his hand so that it would stay preserved and he could still do his modeling things and all that. It's really funny. The part where they're in the cemetery and he gets shot and breaks, where he freaks out, I thought that was really funny too. All in all, Zoolander's a great movie. It's not very long, only about an hour and 37 minutes, but it's hilarious from beginning to end, and I don't think that there's a slow part in the movie, so I can watch it at just about any time, because it doesn't take very long and it's really enjoyable. It's one of those movies that's funny just about every time. Well, that's why I like it for today. Be sure to come back on Tuesday for another video. As always, you can comment, rate, and subscribe. All the links are down below, including the link to Zoolander on IMDb, also my Twitter and Google+. Facebook is coming soon. Check out all those links, and I will see you on Tuesday.
I give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
What is this?
A center for ants!
How can children learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building? Zoolander.